been out, and hopefully, like it or hate it, you guys at least find it interesting as to who, on a more objective sense, appears to be the toughest clan to beat right now. What I've done here is, in the past fortnight, we've actually had a lot of Elite Wars, and I've got a fair bit more data in since posting the initial results. It still was InTheDark #1 at the start of the rating period, and Crucible were #2. But what I've done here is I've got a lot more results from Fengtian, which is a Chinese clan, like an epic war clan. So I want to just run you through what are some recent results and what effect they had on the ratings. I won't show you the overall ratings till the end, because I don't want to spoil the surprise as to who is #1 right now. So recent results are Crucible for Indo-Celestial, 94-91. Crucible being rated a lot higher than Indo-Celestial, just got 44 points from that win. Fengtian for Indo-Eternity, same sort of thing. Indo-Eternity is ranked a bit lower. Fengtian was ranked a bit lower, and so they got 44 points for that ring. So those two starting to have a run there. Ice Baby, Crucible Wrath. That was a big war win for Crucible. Ice Baby were ranked, I think, significantly higher at the time. So that gave Crucible another 95 points. So you can see the Crucible making a run on here in terms of the standings, with around about 140 points between those two wins. And then Crucible fought 300. Now, the thing to notice here is just have a look at how much Crucible and Fengtian are fighting the Elite Wars. They're fighting a lot of Elite Wars at the moment, so it's really active at the top. So Crucible beat 300. 300 are much lower ranked than Crucible, so Crucible only got 7 points for that. Farming Kings, this is an interesting result, probably doesn't affect the Elite level, but a great result for Hitman just recently, 82-81, a big win for them. Farming Kings were, probably based on a bit of their history, a much higher rank, but the ranking system adjusts very quickly if you do have some losses. So Hitmen took a big boost to their rating, and Farming Kings took a big hit. Then you've got Fengtian for Getting Dark. Getting Dark again much lower, so a smaller ratings game for Fengtian there. Crucible Wrath versus VN Champions. VN Champions were rated reasonably high, so a decent gain for Crucible there. And finally, InTheDark versus Fengtian, a huge win for Fengtian, because InTheDark were by far and away the #1, and 176 point hit to InTheDark, 176 point gain to Fengtian. So putting that all together, that changes the order of the top three. And so let's have a look at the new top three. So ranked third at the moment is InTheDark. So they were a clear leader before. That war against Fengtian took them off the top spot, and so they're currently ranked third on the rating system. Still very, very high, but the top two clans are Crucible and Fengtian. So let's see who's #1. Ranked #2 at the moment is the Chinese powerhouse clan Fengtian. They've had a great run of Elite Wars lately, and that's pushed that. They used to be a bit lower in the rankings, and the reason why they were lower is because the only published wars, they had lost 2 of 3. They lost against Ice Baby, they lost against InTheDark, and they beat Exodius. So with that, their rating wasn't huge until their recent run. Now, we might get more history at some stage, which will push some of their past ranking up. But based on everything that's around, they were a bit behind about a fortnight back, but they've had a huge run, and so now they're currently ranked 2, which means the new #1 right now is Crucible Wrath. Congratulations, Crucible Wrath. Despite Fengtian's huge win over InTheDark, Crucible Wrath has just put on a real run of wins against lots of elite clans, and that's what's pushed them into the top spot. They're a bit ahead of Fengtian, but not a long way. But right now, they are the #1 clan going around in Clan Wars right now.